Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Pulo Cham. If this is the first time joining me, welcome. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. So as I was dropping off my kids yesterday to school, I dropped off my son first. I asked him, what do you think I should talk about on my next topic? What should my next topic be? So he was like, deforestation. I was like, D what? Because sometimes he likes to mess with me a lot. I thought he was just joking. I was like, oh, okay. I even forgot about what deforestation meant. I was like, okay, what do you want me to talk about on deforestation? He was like, the consequences of deforestation. I was like, okay, good topic. Well, thank you. And then I drop off my daughter later on because she's in high school. They start later than the middle schoolers. I asked her also, what do you think I should talk about on my next YouTube channel, Kodu? She was like, maybe parenting. I was like, okay, what about parenting? Because parenting is broad, like parenting teenagers or what? And she was like, no. Talk about the difficulties and the struggles of raising a child with a disability, like her sister. I'm a mom of a child with a disability. My youngest child has autism. She's 7. And my daughter helps me raise her. She's a good help, mashallah. So thankful for having her. So she was like, okay, talk about it. I was like, okay, what do you want me to talk about? She was like, the struggles, the difficulties, and told me some stuff that she wanted me to add. I was like, okay, I would love to talk about that. That's a good topic. Thank you for contributing. And I dropped her off. So as I was coming back home, I started thinking, reflecting. I was like, okay. Then came home, I was doing some scripting because most of the time I love to script before coming up here because I want to give you guys good contents and do some researches. And while I was doing some scripting, I was like, okay, Flo, you know what? Just put down this pen, speak from your heart, speak from your experience and your journey. I was like, that's what I'm going to do. Let me go up there and give them what's in me, what I know, and from my heart. So hope this helps somebody that is out there that is going through something similar. As I told you guys on my first video, how it all happened as I was going through my divorce, when the news came to me by a friend, like, I think you should check out your daughter. But what I realized in our society is that sometimes when we hear the news or when somebody tells us, I think something is wrong with your child, or I think you should check your child, we sometimes get mad at the person that tells us the news. So people are always careful not to tell people that, because that's what I saw uh, with my friend that called me and told me that news. But luckily, she was like, okay, good, you're not like that. Luckily, I'm not that type of person. We should avoid that type of thing when people tell us about our child or when people have concerns about our kids. We should try to look at the reality and look at it and go seek help instead of being mad or angry at the person or being in denial. And sometimes people fall on the face of denial, and that's okay also. It's okay for a moment to be in denial, and it happens to the guys most of the time. The dad, they fall in denial. I think jigéen ñi ñoo ko dee gën a handle ñoo ko dee gën a mën a handle sax dan papa yi because xam nga rek ak góor nu ko yàlla bindee góor nu mel and their egos and stuff. But like I always say, it's okay to be in denial, but do not get stuck on the denial phase, because the longer you get stuck on the denial phase, you're not helping the child, and the child needs your help. And early intervention is very important. I learned that from experience. Early intervention is very important for the child. The child needs your help. So please go out there, get your child checked out, get the right diagnosis for your child, and start getting the help your child needs. Because sometimes as us Africans or our society, we look at the child like dara jotu ko dafa digar boppa li xam lo li bu la defee li dóor ko dara dalu ko dara li and then some people also ñeneen jëla si jàppale dégg la kay dara ko dafa réew dafa lii while no fekk xale bi am na lu ko dal yenn saa bala nga ko realize fekk it's too late nga naan ay waay xaw ma ko woon yooyu or you just yenn saa danga ko dee xam sa as a parent danga dee am that nii loolu la dee wax ne la sa doom bi am na lu ko dal yow boo wéeteeg moom rek dina xam ne am na lu ko dal waaye but you just wanna be in denial so do not stay in the denial stage for a very long time because it's not good for the child, it's not good for you. You need to seek help for the child and then keep going. So when I seek help, when my friend told me that, I was like, okay, no problem. I don't have the problem. I'm gonna I'm gonna go and call her doctor and I started the process. So when I got her diagnosis and stuff, I started calling places, her insurance and all that stuff. They told me what I needed. She needed OT, occupational therapy. She needed speech therapies, and I got all of that. And then at school, they also great. Talk to the school. Always advocate for your child. It's very important so that they know his or her needs. So, like I said, it's okay to be in denial at the beginning because it's not easy to hear that kind of news that your son or daughter has a disability, that your son or daughter lacks, is gonna need help with this, like the simplest task. You have to teach them that, like handling a spoon, putting on their clothes, their shoes. The thing that helped me when I got that news was my faith. Alhamdulillah for that, and my iman. The way I looked at it was, okay, pulo, yàlla wax nañu ne kenn du ne danga gëm ba pare du la teg natu bu ne boo waxee ne danga gëm rek dina la test. So I took it as a test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I was like, this is a test from God, and He is watching me, and He's watching me to see how I'm gonna handle it. Mu nekk doone danga gëm ba pare du la test, and sa iman bi nu muy gën a yokko sa iman nu muy gën a xaayee the more nga am test nga ne danga gëm yàlla mu ngi nii di la test. This is a test from God. nga ne am nga iman yàlla mu ngi lay xool sa iman bi ak lim la teg nii natu lim la teg nii naka ngay demeek moom. So that's what helped me, and that's how I took it as a test. And it's not going to be an easy journey. No, it is not easy having a child with a disability. So that's why it's important to seek help, talk to people about it, talk to your close family members, your friends, ask for help when you need it, because it's not an easy journey. Instead of ñu nekk di sometimes as us dañ bugg a yi fi nëbbatu dañu nëbbu duñ bugg a wax lan moo jot xale yi wala di nëbba xale yi te fekkee ne danga nëbba sa doom bi wala ngay nëbbal lan moo ko dal su demee fena wala mu nekk ak ay nit ñooñu duñ mun a xam naka la ñoo handule xale bi. So it's better to communicate, nga wax ak nit ñi ñu xam nga xam ne dinañ understand ne ok xale bi lii moo ko dal xale bi ñii dañ foog ñu jàppale ko si lii ñii lañ ko traité. And I'm still lucky, and I thank God for alhamdulillah for the support group I have in my life. My daughter has amazing cousins, amazing family members, friends that love my daughter. So every time she sees them or we go to their house and stuff, she's so excited. She's so happy to be around them, and they feel the same way with her. They love her. So it's very important. Dama doon ne nëbbatu bi yëpp ban njëriñ la am soo nëbbatoo if there is help out there nooy xamee help bi or how are you gonna get that help so dañ look at the other side ne okay dama bëgg a help suma doom bi and I want something better for her and I want to give her a better life a good life so open up more talk to people more about your child man loolu laa de wax dama ne because suma nëbbatoo amul ma njëriñ dama bëgg a help I want people to offer me help if they can so nañ bàyyi loolu help bu baax ñu bàyyi wàññi nëbbatu bi and jéem a jóg ne ok dama bëggal suma doom bi lii ak lii moo ko dal xaaral ma go out there try to get help talk to people that have similar situations that have comme soo amee ñoo xam ne ok seen doom yi am nañ the same as yow wala mun nañ laa help nga call leen laajte leen I did all of that in the beginning kuñ ma jox ne ma ok talk to this person kii mun na laa help mun na laa wax joneem I call that person I ask aw ma si problème man yooyu aw ma si benn problème because ñun ñëpp ay doomu aadama ñun ñëpp ay nit lañ soo amee ku laa dimbale rek santa yàlla loolu rek doy na santa yàlla kon nañ di nangu lu yàlla dogal ñu yàlla joxe façon yu mel nii ak nattu bu mun di doon rek ñu nangu ndogali yàlla dina oyofal en bi torop di ko ñaan loolu laa daan def dama daan and I still do it dama ko dee ñaan ne ko suñu borom yaa ma teg nattu bi yaa ma jox lii maa ngi laa ñaan nga oyofal ma en bi parce que xam naa ne yow yaa ñu wax ne doo teg kenn lu mu antanoo xam naa ne am na lu tax nga teg ma lii kon maa ngi ñaan nga oyofal ma en bi at the beginning I used to sit down and like foofu laa daan question I used to question at the beginning like wow God man mu weak me how am I supposed to handle this why God think ne okay because they always say people are so strong dafa nga strong so ku strong wala ku dëgër rek yàlla xam na ko mu dee teg natu and I always used to say to myself I'm not strong yàlla then I will like okay astaghfirullah ena ma yàlla jiga for question but as a human being sometimes nga dee tollu fenn foo xam ne like dang dee jaaxle doo de xam loo war a def daal but I always cry to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala I always go back to him because xam naa ne he's watching me xam naa ne lum ma teg rek xam na ne dama ko antan moo tax so nañ jéem a góorgóorlu and also know that each child is different because man I'm speaking from the spectrum I'm talking about the spectrum because man loolu laa dunda loolu laa xam naa ne disabilities there's lots of disabilities out there but I'm talking about the ones with the autism spectrum each child is different you have to understand that it's okay and it's good to seek advices from other parents but know that xale yëpp emuñ kii mun naa mun lii kële du mun lii kii yàlla mun na koo may lii kële yàlla du ko may loo so understandal sa doom bi xamal study ko learn from your child and appreciate the moments be present allow your child to grow help her or him allow them to grow and then guide them instead of just looking at a condition to define who they are or what they can be give them a good environment that they can thrive jàppale leen dimbale leen xam ne there is always a light at the end of the tunnel sometimes you feel exhausted I know it's hard it's not easy sometimes you wake up at night like especially the ones that have autism sometimes they wake up at night like 2-3 a.m. not sleeping sometimes they have sleeping problems sometimes they just throw tantrums cry over here cry frustrated especially if they are non-verbal because they don't know how to express their emotions they don't know how to express their feelings they cannot communicate so it's frustrating for them so ko xam ne mënut a wax xamut nu moo express their feelings am the only way to do it is by crying or throwing tantrums So we have to learn all of that, understand all of that. In the beginning, it's not going to be easy. Believe me, it's not going to be easy. I used to cry a lot, ask the people around me in my life. Like every time my daughter had tantrums, sometimes I just sit down there and cry. I just look at her and cry. Like, okay, I feel helpless. I'm like, I cannot help her. What can I do? I don't know what's wrong with her. How can I help her? It wasn't easy at the beginning, but as time goes on, you're going to learn how to handle it and it's going to get easier for you. That's why it's very important to also to get help, get support groups from your city, get support groups from your ask your doctors, they can help you, or the insurance company, they can help you find support groups online or the city wherever you live. It's important because it's gonna affect you mentally if you are not strong. You have to be very strong to help your child. So, and I always say, with this journey, it's not easy, I know, and it's hard, but it has changed me to be better. It has changed me to be this person that I've never been, and a person that I'm so proud of being right now and today in my life. Dama def ne suma doom bi daf ma change, jàppale na ma si lu bari. She taught me how to be resilient. I learned a lot because growing up, I was like, my mom, I'm the last child. My child is my yai, and I lost my dad before I was born. So my mom, the pet, nurture ma and all that stuff, whatever I needed, she provided for me. Alhamdulillah, she took care of me. Whatever I wanted, she provided. Alhamdulillah, and I thank God for her. Di ko ñaana say nekk rek ma toog ba mun koo xam naa ne mun ma koo fay lépp lu ma defar suma àdduna waaye ma toog ba njëriñ ko lu sedd xolam daal. So life was alhamdulillah for me growing up, mashallah. Never experienced hardship, but with this, when I started this journey, when I got married and after divorce and with this journey, all the stuff, then I was like, okay, lu santal yàlla sa àdduna yëpp yàlla daf la bless sa àdduna yëpp yàlla daf la xéewalal sonnoo dafoo dara. So lii is a journey and it's a test. And with the dean sax going through the dean dañ dee wax ne saxaaba yi ak seen time boobu noonu bu leen nattu dalutee ay suñ toogee month nattu dalu leen sax dañ dee jaaxle ida su leen dalutee wala dalu seen njabooti sax dañ dee tiit. So santal yàlla yàlla teg la lii nga dundoon ba dee amoo benn nattu sal àdduna loolu óorut. So noonu laa ko dee xoolee. It's a blessing. And the person who changed me, the person who def ma jàng a lot from this journey. This girl taught me a lot in life. This girl taught me how to handle situations. She taught me to control what I can control and what I cannot control, let God control it. My daughter taught me to handle what I can handle. Whatever I cannot handle, let Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala handle it. I thought I knew how to love, but my daughter taught me love on another level. Loving somebody that cannot speak to you is on another level. Loving somebody that cannot communicate with you, that's another type of level. This girl taught me how to be a strong mom. I told you I always used to say that I'm weak. I can handle some stuff. I'm weak. But at the end, I was like, Pulu, yes, you are strong. There is a reason why God gave you your daughter. You can handle it. And alhamdulillah for saying that. So there's always look at the brighter side. Look at the other side of whatever you are going through, the adversities that come to you. There's always something that is out there to teach you. a lesson about yourself. You will learn something about yourself. You will learn something about God. For me, like how you believe, how your iman, sa gum-gum, dina la jàngal yu bari. Loo jaar jaar boo jaar rek boo am rek lu métti métti rek am na jàngat bu nekk ci gannaaw. I sometimes look at her and I smile. I think about lots of things. Like whenever I look at her, like my heart, suma xol bi daf dee sedda ba bugga dee. There's something in her, like the love I have for her. Mashallah, alhamdulillah. Always am wax santa yàlla rek moo war jàmm. Nit a ngi toog fële bugga doom bu amoon li nga am nii daw ba faqastalu. Nit a ngi def lu nekk pour jur doom pour am doom. Bu amoon doom bu am autism jël bu amoon doom bu am down syndrome wala leneen dina santa yàlla dina daw ba faqastalu. Kon santal yàlla te dama lay toog tam di wax at the same time. Go to the hospital, look at some kids. They have oxygen plugged in them. They live with the oxygen. Some kids, they feed them with feeding tubes. Some kids live in the hospital. Most of their life, they spend it at the hospital. So santal yàlla yow sa doom bi mu ngi doxi soxlaam. She's a happy child. My daughter is such a energetic child, mashallah. She's a happy child. She's running around, playing with people, doing stuff for herself, even though she don't know all the tasks to do for herself. But in due time, inshallah, and I always pray to Allah to make it easy on her and us also. So please, people, yéen sama gaay ñi nekk out there going through this type of journey, it's okay. nañ nangu ne lii yàlla ñu ko teg te yàlla dinañu fay ëllëg inshallah buñ defee lu ñu war jàppale xale yu mel nii ni leen jàppale. Another thing she taught me was, and this I'm gonna say is empathy. I thought I had empathy. Like the empathy I have is on another level, alhamdulillah, right now. Mu jàngal ma yu bari daal. There's so much I cannot even remember right now. So nañ nangu rek li yàlla dogal ñu jóg pare ne lii jihaad la si ñun ñu xeex ak suñ bakkan jàppale def luñ mun pour jàppale suñ njaboot yu mel nii soo amutee doom bu mel nii sa nga am nephew wala niece bu am autism wala any kind of disability rek jógal nga ne danga jàppale ko because it's not easy. Family members itam nañ di góorgóorlu gën a jàppale family si nga xam ne ñu am doom yu mel nii because yombut neexut easy wut de. So sometimes they need help. Sometimes offer help and say, okay, I'm gonna get your child for you for this weekend, or I'm gonna get your child for you for this amount of time. You can go take care of yourself, do this, have time alone for yourself. Give them self-care, give them gift cards, or okay, go take care, or I'm gonna take you out on a date, help, because bu ma la waxee ne yombul rek yombul waaye ba tey sant rek sant te xam ne si yàlla bu la ko tegee rek am na lu tax mu teg la ko. Kon nañ gën a jàppalante, kon nañ gën a góorgóorlu rek sama gaay yi nañ gën a jàppale wante. Sometimes nga gis ñoo xam ne yàlla daf leen may doom yu mel nii si saa si doo ñu cut off seen boppa from society. They don't go out anymore, ñu toppatoo waat seen boppa, doo leen gisaat fenn, duñ dee nekkaate nit daal, dañ dee mel ni seen àdduna yëpp a yàqu wala seen àdduna yëpp a tukki te warut a demee noonu. Lii yàgg na si àdduna ak lii ñoo ànda nañ ko jël rek because we need people. Nañ jéem a góorgóorlu di be around people, seek help, like I said, put the help that we need, the child needs ñun suñ boppa, because the parent si boppam da nga need help. Fekkee yow kese yaa ko bëgg a handle wala yaa sa family rek daf leen a drain, it's draining, daf leen a sonal and it's exhausting, so moo tax da nga need help. Kon nañ jéem a góorgóorlu daal, yal na yàlla oyofal en bi képp ku nekk out there and go through something ak lu munti doon rek, muy doom bu am disability, muy jafe-jafe jafe-jafe bu mu di nekk rek yal nañ ko yàlla di oyofal yal nañu yàlla dëgëral yal na yàlla fees suñ biir xol yi ba lépp loo xam ne teg nañu ko rek o lépp loo xam ne ñëw na si suñ àdduna rek te mu métti diis rek mu oyof suñu ñu mun ko handul kon it's that time. Did you know? So on today's Did you know is, do you know what Allah's right on his slaves is? It's to worship him alone without joining partners in worship with him. Àqu doomi aadama àq buñ amee suñ borom lan la mooy tawhid wéetal yàlla jaamu yàlla te duñ ko bokkaale kenn kon yal nañu yàlla may tawhid yal nañu yàlla may gëm-gëm bu dëggu bu dëgar. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us iman, ihsan and taqwa. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with us. Yal nañu yàlla gën a jàppale. Kon until next time, I hope you enjoyed my video today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share my videos and hit the notification button. Assalamu alaikum.